Russia is working with the Taliban, but opposes Trump's plans to scuttle Obama's notorious Iran deal. Today, we'll be discussing this and Russia's role in the war on terror. I am Christian Gomez, and you're watching JBS Straight Talk. According to an article published on January 15th in the Washington Post, quote, in December, Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov told Indian diplomats that Moscow supported diplomatic engagement with the Taliban. The Taliban? That's right, the same Taliban that sanctioned the 9/11 terror attacks and gave refuge to Osama bin Laden and his fanatical band of Al-Qaeda terrorists. In fact, in 1998, Russian security agents trained Al-Qaeda co-founder and leader Ayman al-Zawahiri at an FSB base in Dagestan. So it's not a surprise that Russia claims they can not only talk, but also work with so-called moderate elements within the Taliban as, quote, useful military allies against ISIS, although equally ruthless and posing a shared hatred for the United States. The Taliban and ISIS are ideological enemies, the Post reports. ISIS, on the other hand, has been viewed by some as an American-created proxy, initially to remove Bashar al-Assad of Syria's ruling Arab Socialist Ba'ath Party from power. Syria is also a longtime ally and client state of Russia and is home to one of Russia's naval bases in Tartus. The New York Post also published an article on January 15th about Russia not backing President Trump's efforts to alter the Iran deal originally negotiated by the Obama administration. According to the New York Post, Sergei Lavrov said, quote, "We will not support what the United States is trying to do, changing the wording of the agreement, incorporating things that will be absolutely unacceptable for Iran." In this case, Russia is apparently concerned with how North Korea will view the U.S. changing a former agreement supposedly intended to prevent a U.S. adversary from further developing nuclear weapons. And just like Syria, both the Islamic Republic of Iran and Communist North Korea are also longtime allies and client states of the Soviet Union, now Russia. Well, the U.S. has certainly been no saint at the international arena, with neoconservatives and globalists in Washington beating the war drums of perpetual and unconstitutional war. Russia is no innocent bystander or victim either. Just like how there is a deep state in Washington, there is one in Moscow, and behind both is a common deeper state, composed of globalists like the Trilateral Commission and tax-exempt foundations whose goals are the convergence of East and West. Think about it. North Korea, Iran, and Syria are supposed to be our enemies, and Russia, as well as Communist China, props up all three of these regimes and even sells them missile designs. Meanwhile, the U.S. places sanctions on these three countries, but at the same time, we openly trade with their benefactors. For instance, in the name of trade, the U.S. gave most favored nation status to China, and in 2012, the U.S. Senate voted overwhelmingly to establish permanent normal trade relations with Russia. Is that ignorance, stupidity, or design? Chew on that one for a while. If you want to learn more about this, we recommend that you read and subscribe to the New American Magazine, which more deeply covers a range of topics from the deep state to international terrorism and the convergence of East and West. So go to thenewamerican.com to subscribe. Make sure you also sign up for our free top daily headlines. So until next time, take care always and God bless.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe. Click here to watch more videos, and click here to visit our site.